Booking a hotel in Asia comes with a hidden set of rules that you will never find in a travel guide. These are ancient warnings passed down for generations to protect travelers from what lingers in the dark. Many tourists ignore these warnings, thinking they are just silly myths until they check the security footage the next morning. Today, we are looking at 10 terrifying Asian hotel rules you must never break. From knocking on empty doors to covering your mirrors, these simple instructions might save your life. Let us review the security tapes and see what happens when you ignore the warnings. Always knock 3 times before entering your hotel room for the first time. This is a strict rule in China and Taiwan. The knock serves as a warning to any unseen occupants, giving them time to leave. If you just unlock the door and walk right in, you might step directly into a territorial entity. Guests who forget this rule often report experiencing severe sleep paralysis on their first night. To be completely safe, you should knock step aside to let the unseen guest exit and then enter sideways. Do not block the doorway, because whatever was waiting inside that room needs a clear path to get out. Never leave the second bed empty if you're traveling alone. In many Southeast Asian countries, an perfectly made bed is seen as an open invitation for wandering ghosts to lie down and rest. To prevent this, you must ruin the shape of the empty bed by throwing your heavy suitcase on it or completely messing up the blankets. An occupied-looking bed tells the spirits there is no room for them. Hotel staff have checked cameras after solo travelers complained about cold spats and whispering at night. The footage shows unnatural shapes forming on the mattress while the guest is fast asleep right next to them. Never leave your shoes perfectly aligned, pointing toward your bed at night. In many Asian cultures, leaving your shoes neat is an open invitation for a wandering spirit to step right into them. If the spirit puts on your shoes, it will use them to climb onto your bed and drain your life force while you sleep. You will wake up feeling completely exhausted and bruised. To prevent this, you must kick your shoes off randomly so they point in different directions. One shoe, pointing away from the bed, confuses the spirit and forces it to leave the room. You must cover any mirror that directly faces your bed before going to sleep. In feng shui and many local beliefs, mirrors act as portals between the living world and the spirit realm. While you're unconscious, your soul is most vulnerable to entities looking for a new host. A mirror facing the bed allows these entities to step right out of the glass and watch you sleep. Travelers who ignored this rule have reported waking up paralyzed and seeing dark figures crawling out of the glass. Always throw a towel over the mirror or turn it to face the wall immediately. Flush the toilet immediately upon entering your hotel room for the first time. Do not wash your hands and do not use the mirror before pulling the handle. This ancient rule is meant to wash away the negative energy and stagnant spirits left behind by previous guests. Bathrooms are damp, enclosed spaces where dark energy naturally gathers and hides. The sound of the flushing water acts as a cleansing ritual, clearing the pipes and the room. If you skip this step, you might find that the bathroom door locks itself from the inside while you're showering. Never leave the hotel closet door slightly open while you sleep. In many cultures, closets and dark enclosed spaces are considered hiding spots for lingering entities. Closing the door completely seals them inside for the night. If you leave a small crack open, you are providing a doorway for the spirit to watch you from the darkness. People who forget this rule often report seeing glowing eyes or pale fingers gripping the edge of the door from the inside. Some travelers even place their luggage against the closet doors to ensure they stay shut. If you wake up and find the door wide open, you must pack your bags and request a room change immediately without turning off the lights. Never sleep directly facing a dark corner of the hotel room. Negative energy and spirits naturally gravitate toward sharp corners where light cannot reach. You should always face the window or the door while resting. Staring directly into the darkness invites the entity to manifest in your vision. Night vision cameras left by paranormal investigators have captured tall, shadowy figures standing completely still in these corners, watching the guests sleep. In many Asian hotels, you will find small lamps placed specifically to illuminate these dead zones. If a room has an unusually dark corner that feels unnaturally cold, it means a spirit is already occupying that space. Never look through the peephole if you hear a faint knock on your door after midnight. Wandering ghosts in hotel corridors will knock on random doors, searching for someone to acknowledge them and let them in. If you look through the lens and see no one, it means the entity is standing directly against the door right beneath your line of sight. Some legends say looking through the peephole establishes direct eye contact with the spirit. You must completely ignore the sound and go back to bed without making any noise. Opening the door, even a crack, breaks the protective seal of your room and allows the hungry ghost to follow you home when your vacation ends. Never accept the room at the very end of a long hotel hallway. In traditional beliefs, a long straight corridor acts as a funnel for negative energy, directing all the restless spirits straight into the final room at the dead end. Hotel staff usually avoid putting guests in these rooms unless the building is fully booked, because they are notoriously haunted. Guests report freezing temperatures and the constant feeling of heavy pressure on their chests while trying to sleep. If you hear scratching on the walls of the last room, it means the trapped entities are trying to escape into the hallway. Always ask the receptionist for a room closer to the elevators where the energy is constantly moving. If you open your bedside table drawer and find the religious texts already laid open, you must request a new room immediately. Hotel staff are strictly instructed to always leave these books closed when cleaning the rooms. An open book means the previous guest was absolutely terrified and opened it to protect themselves from whatever was manifesting in the shadows. Sometimes the staff leaves the book open permanently just to keep a powerful entity trapped inside the walls. Sleeping in a room with an open text guarantees you will be targeted by the exact same dark presence that haunted the last person. Next time you check into a hotel in Asia, remember these hidden rules before you unpack your bags. Because the hotel staff knows exactly what hides in the dark corners, but they will never tell you the truth. Subscribe to Urban Tales, and whatever you do tonight, do not look through the peephole.